presents Behind the Blind Podcast.
Welcome back. We're here in Saskatchewan, and it's another episode of Behind the Blind. It's Logan Burditt, Dicedue, Eric Champlin. I'm Ronnie Philips. Quick shout out to Double TT British Kennels. For about 20 years or more, they've been importing dogs directly from Great Britain to build superior bloodlines. Their top-of-the-line dogs are proven in the field and major field trials. Learn more at britlabs.com and tell them that Heartland Waterfowl sent you. Before we get started, happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I always love being up here for Thanksgiving.
A little weird that Thanksgiving's on a Monday.
Isn't that weird?
For us, yeah.
I always forget about it.
Second Monday of October.
Yeah. That's why they're all home, and that's why we got invited into a house to eat dinner tonight.
That was very nice.
We almost ate Thanksgiving dinner without you because...
What was for dinner? Do they do the traditional turkey like we do back home?
I didn't ask her, but...
The family, part of the family was like around back behind the shed, like drinking beer and hanging out.
Oh, really?
It looked like a normal Thanksgiving. Yeah. She said, "Do you guys want to come inside and have dinner?" And I'm like,
"You got beer?"
Kinda now.
Yeah,
I mean, got beer.
We were in a hurry, obviously.
Sure. I noticed that
the timing was never good when they asked you to come in because you're obviously
scouting right about the time they're having dinner.
Yeah,
and I noticed that last night when we were scouting, some of the families were having their family dinner on Monday. They were doing it on a Saturday, and there was one in particular that wasn't mean, but he was annoyed. There's no doubt he was annoyed that I came to the door. So, but I understand why. I mean, I would probably be annoyed too.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is Thanksgiving here in Canada. So happy Thanksgiving to any of those who are watching and from Canada. On this particular trip, we're giving away another Heartland Waterfowl prize pack. So if you are watching this, we would love for you to check out our online store. There's a whole new lineup of swag hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, or hoodies. And so go check that out. And you might just win some of that by following us on our Heartland Waterfowl YouTube channel, liking the videos as they come out, and then making sure that you comment, interact with us. We'd love to hear from you. We got lots of different conversation pieces that we have in each podcast episode that will allow you to get involved. Today was a good day. I don't think it was one of those days that was, it's not what wasn't our best snow goose hunt day, but I think it would be foolish to think that it would be. There's no reason we should be disappointed. That's just,
it was fun. It was a good day.
I have zero disappointments.
Were you disappointed? How did you feel, truthfully, Eric?
It could have been better.
Yeah,
but
you were disappointed, aren't you?
No, I'm in Canada. I'm shooting snuggies.
Right. I think he was disappointed.
Yeah,
you're a little disappointed.
He holds the bar high when it comes to snow geese.
He does. I think what was the total number? I can't even remember
55.
now. 55 birds total or 55 snows?
55 total.
Yeah. And I think there was like
48 snows and a handful of darks and a couple ducks.
Definitely had the win that we wanted today. It
was pretty dead right at sunrise though. And we were supposed to have 10 to 20. I mean, yesterday morning, it was saying 19 to 21, and it was almost zero at sunrise. Now, it picked up gradually as the morning went on, but I don't really think that was our issue. I think our blinds were a little bit darker than the field.
A lot darker. Yeah. And that was tough because it's a raked pea field, and so you have to go to the edges to find any kind of trash or loose stubble. And the problem is that stubble has been matted down and has been sitting there, and then when you pull it up underneath of it, it's really dark. Yep. And so you have to take what you can get. We did try to pull some of the lighter stuff. We were running a little bit behind because we had to brush in all of our brand new tingle-free dead zone layout blinds. And if you've been waterfowl hunting for any period of time and hunted out of layout blinds, you know how much fun that is. Sarcasm there, pun intended. But yeah, we had a little stubble party, was running a little bit behind. And then the other part of it too is that when they came out, they all pretty much came out at once. We had two pretty good volleys, and then after that, it was singles and pairs throughout the rest of the morning.
Yeah, the thing is obviously we had two really good volleys. That second one, like out of the two volleys, I think we had like 24, 27 birds of the day out of those two. They were awesome. But even the rest of the day shooting singles and pairs and things like that, even with not the greatest wind and our blinds looking not the best and everything, all those birds centered up really well. We shot them super close. In fact, some of them might have been a little Too close. I'm sure you guys will hear about that. I can guarantee you that you're going to hear about it.
Going to hear about it.
We were shooting them up close. They were decoying well. It was a fun morning shooting. I mean, all in all, I'd take 55 snow geese.
You have any takeaway from today's hunt, Champ?
No.
Logan, what about you?
Big words from a big man. I mean, I kind of already said, my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
The hide wasn't what we thought it was going to be. And the weird part too is we had a pretty big shadow when that sun came up. Our back was to the sun, and we had a pretty big shadow for whatever reason across us early in the morning. But yeah, they were just kind of that first, I don't know, 20 minutes. They're kind of just doing, but before we had those two big spins, they're kind of hovering, kind of like just flying around, Well, same with the ducks today. Like the ducks didn't even seem like they obviously they were in there a little bit the night before, but when the ducks came out, they didn't even seem like they were wanting to really feed. They were just kind of flying around.
Big flyabout.
Yeah. In my opinion, I mean, there's no doubt that the hide didn't meet our standards. We would have liked to have blended in a whole lot better. But when you go back and you see the footage, which we're about to see, I mean, those birds were sitting up. Alex already alluded to that.
Yeah.
I think the big common denominator of the entire hunt was the fact that all of those birds came out in the second volley. And then once they were all there, and you're going to see it here in just a minute. There was thousands in the sky. And when you start unloading guns on all of them, you're pretty much boogered up all of them. And you're just hoping that they're going to trade back from the other feed that they've went to now and created about, I don't know, half
that's the thing too. Their main feed was, straight north of the roost, and they've been in there since we've been here. And that's where the majority of them have been.
Yeah. So at that point, they're just trading back and forth, and we're picking on a few. Let's go ahead and watch some of the clips. These are pretty good clips. The beautiful cinematography from Dakota Thurn and Quentin Verlinick. Roll the tape. He doesn't have a leg. Yeah, I forgot about that. First one didn't have a leg. Doesn't look like we shot a lot out of there, but there was. This is awesome.
Ready? Kill him!
Just in those two volleys alone was about 24 birds that were dropped.
Kill him!
Oh. Yeah, we crushed those ones.
Oh, baby!
I can do it fast enough. Video.
Kill him! Hello. Case.
The old man pheasant hunt.
Do you feel better?
I hope you caught that on camera. Me just totally biffing it. No, yeah, I did biff it. So I guess we need to kind of lay a little groundwork to that.
Oh, we can talk about it later. Don't worry. Should we just wait? We can talk about it later. Okay. Don't worry.
We'll talk about biffing it later. Let's move on to the Ducked Up question of the day. It's brought to you by Dirty Duck Coffee. If your coffee sucks, it ain't the duck, the preferred coffee of choice in the blind and around the breakfast table for Heartland Waterfowl and waterfowl hunters in every flyway. Save on a variety of blends by using promo code HW10 at dirtyduckcoffee.com. Quentin, what is the Ducked Up question of the day?
Ducked Up question of the day is lake, ocean, pool. You have to pick one, and you have to give your reason why.
What does that mean?
So basically, like if you were going to hang out by water, would it be the lake, would it be the ocean, or would it be the pool?
Okay.
Ooh. And why? Okay. Let's start with Eric Champlin. Champlin, if you had those three options, you're going to go just chill, have some drinks, hang out with some of your best friends. Would you rather do it at the lake? Would you rather be at the ocean? Or would you rather be by a pool?
I'm going with the lake.
Why?
Not a pool guy, not an ocean guy.
Actually, I think you would choose the river, honestly, over anything.
The creek. I'm a pretty big river fan.
Okay, let's throw in a river. Would you rather be on the river? Or swamp? Would you rather be at the swamp?
I mean, you can't beat a good evening on a riverbank.
Okay.
Yeah, he'd be noodling, sticking his hands in all them holes.
So you would pick a river over any of those?
Probably so.
Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Alex, what's your choice there?
Man, my choice. I do love the ocean. Other than the older I get, the less I like swimming in the shark's kitchen. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. You never thought about it that way.
No.
Yeah. If a chicken comes into your kitchen, you're going to eat it. So you're swimming in the shark's kitchen.
Right.
Honestly, I do. Obviously, being in Missouri, right? We have Lake of the Ozarks and a bunch of other lakes. So I do love the lake. I love hanging out on the lake. But my wife is going to go. She's a pool girl.
Okay.
So I'm going to go pool just so I can hang out with my wife.
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly.
Logan, what is your answer?
The
As
lake.
you are the lake rat.
we know
this.
their answer.
The lake.
Yeah.
Yep. I live on it. It's man, it's great.
Right.
You can do whatever you want on a lake. It doesn't even matter what lake it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be on a pontoon, great. If you want to go catch fish, great. If you just want to paddleboard, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Hang
But
out
no,
on the
there's
dock.
nothing wrong with any of the answers. I'll take water any day of the week.
So I think it kind of depends on the beach for me, because I've been to Cabo and that beach really sucked. And I've been to Cancun and that beach was pretty cool. But I like resorts where they have really badass party pools, but you're actually still at the ocean. So you can be sitting in your chair at the pool, but you can see the view of the ocean.
So you're combo.
Yeah.
You're
See, you
combo.
like that?
in it.
Yeah, I'm comboing
Okay.
it. Yeah. That's,
And all the free drinks help.
exactly.
Well, let's
at a
think,
resort.
there's beer at a pool, a lake, and an ocean. You know,
Right.
If you have got a interesting ducked up question that you would like to throw at us, send it to Q. How are we gonna send it to you, Q? What's the way they get it to you?
You can send it to you can send us a DM on Heartland Waterfowl on Instagram.
Okay.
Any other socials.
There you
or
go.
You can do it individually to
All right.
Quentin Verlandic on Instagram.
So hit us up on Instagram on any of our social platforms.
comment on the YouTube.
or comment on this channel. Yeah, or this actual video. If you got a interesting ducked up question that you would like to hear us give the answer to. So moving on, here we go. It's time for the outlaw moment of the day. This is something new, as we've just recently partnered with Outlaw Beer. So this could be a funny moment. This could be a good vibe moment. This could be an embarrassing or badass moment. And again, brought to you by Outlaw Beer. America deserves a new light beer. Outlaw Mile High Light Beer. Easy for me to say. Brewed by Tivoli's Brewing Company in Denver, Colorado, the official beer of Heartland Waterfowl. Learn more at outlawbeer.com. Available now at most retailers, and if not, make sure you ask them to begin stocking Outlaw Beer today. So, Logan, I guess I'll start with you. What is your outlaw moment of the day?
I have several.
You have to pick one.
There's many.
You have to pick one. Do we have to pick one?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously we're laughing because there's obvious ones, right?
There's a few things that happened.
We've already kind of hinted at those. So I will say the one that I talked about earlier on camera, and Alex had a snow goose. It was a booner. Boone and Crockett, a big one.
Double banded neck collar.
Yeah, all the above
things.
Would have made it in the book.
And he wanted to wait till the last second to shoot it, and he whiffed. And the reason he whiffed, I'll give you a little bit of leverage. He didn't want to blast Champlin's ears off, which I give that because it kind of veered off to the right a little bit at last second. But
I got too greedy.
You got a little greedy. So that was my outlaw moment of the day, because that's very, very funny. Anytime I can see somebody miss like that, it's comical.
And I mean,
we like to rag on everybody. And
when I say miss, it was from here to the wall.
and we all
it was
miss.
I thought the beak was going to go into the barrel. It was that close.
We all miss, right?
For sure.
We all miss. And it's funny when, especially something like that, when you're waiting, and then it gets too close.
I wouldn't expect less from my friends if they didn't give you a hard time and
Exactly.
razz you for missing like that, because it was a layup. It was a chip shot.
Yep, that was a layup. That was a missed dunk, is what that
Yeah.
was. You just banged it off the back iron when you're trying to
It's like
slam
I'm playing
it
for
home.
the WNBA.
Yep.
Wow. All right. I guess we're going down the line. So, Alex, I'll let you go next.
Well, I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
And
we find out who our true friends are here.
We wish it was on camera, but Ronnie was getting back into the blind. We were adjusting one of the turtle boxes, and he was walking back to the blind. He just misstepped, and he completely ate it face first and
Into the blind.
I'm laying next to him, and it was when you tripped, I locked eyes with you for a second, and the sheer panic in your face is what made me laugh, because the turtle box went flying. You went face first into the blind.
Yeah.
I mean, you you ate it really hard.
Hey, and shout out to Turtle Box. Those things are pretty durable because I pretty much launched it out of, well, just being pure pissed off. And it withstood the abuse.
Yeah.
So,
that was my funny moment of the day.
That's probably my outlaw moment of the day too. Other than that shot right there where I got to redeem myself, where I'm collecting myself, I'm standing up, and Alex says, "Would you shoot that duck and make yourself feel better?" And I turned around. The duck didn't even care that I was standing out of the blind, and he came in and I shot it. So
can I lift you up a moment too?
Yeah.
We shot you down because you tripped and fell. You didn't hurt anything with your old brittle bones, so that's good.
Old brittle bones.
But
I do have a bad knee and it is a little sore.
Hey, did you hear that? I'm not calling you old.
Not that duck, but later on in the day, that greenhead went flying by at 45 yards.
Yep. Crushed
flying
him.
left to right. We're like, Ronnie, you love shooting ducks.
Yeah.
See if you can hit that greenhead.
Which I did.
And you folded them.
And you said, it's probably the best shot I've ever seen you shoot. And I was like, oh, no, there's been more. There's been others, Alex.
That was impressive, though. That's a tough shot. Yeah. Left to right for a righty, that's a real tough shot.
At 45 yards.
That duck was just cooking it with that south wind.
Oh, he was flying like a diver. He was like a teal. Like he was just a...
And you had to lead it by about 45 yards.
Okay, that last part isn't true, but I did crush that duck.
True. You did.
What is your outlaw moment of the day, Champlin? You've had plenty of time to think about it, so come with some substance.
I came up with both of those first thing this morning, and they're stolen already. But it's hard for those two not to be
up there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with just that big spin that we had.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And
that was really
the
cool.
Lighting, everything.
It was beautiful.
We had a bunch of land out in front.
Can I help you? Can I help you with your outlaw moment?
Yeah.
In that spin, in that particular volley, you shot 4 birds with 3 shots. That's kind of an outlaw moment. I know that you're such a badass that you say, "Oh, I do that all the time," but still, not everybody can say they've done that. That was cool. Congratulations!
You crushed on them.
Thank you. You were a badass there.
Yeah,
Killed
congratulations,
4 birds in one shot. Yeah, you outlaw.
You feel like I'm supposed to be more surprised about this or something.
I'm trying to be nice here, and the guy's coming back with arrogance. Wow. All
Been
right.
there, done that.
No
Ronnie.
doubt. No doubt. All right. Tonight's
he's shot 7 with 3 shots before.
Have you? Do you know if you've ever killed more than 4 birds in 3 shots, Champlin?
Yes. Yeah, definitely on a pond jump.
Okay, I wasn't taking that.
I can't wait for all the comments on there. And if you're gonna comment, I don't care.
Yeah,
everybody's done it. Some of us just still do it on
If
occasion.
you haven't jumped a pond, you're not living.
That's right.
Not saying it's always the right thing to do, but
you are LIVIN.
Oh yeah, nice little spring snow goose cattle pond. Oh yeah, it's fun. It's a good time.
I've done that once with you guys.
It's about 4 seconds of fun.
Once.
It's 4 hours
like a regular Friday night for me.
Q, what was your outlaw moment of the day?
My outlaw moment of the day would probably be me and Dakota being goofballs behind everybody because we kind of had our own blind when we film on layouts. So
I didn't know what was going on back there. What, can you give us an example?
I know exactly what's happened. They were reaching through the flagging port of the blind.
Yeah. No, but gonna do that. No, gonna do that later. But
the thing is you can't really hear what they're talking about and stuff, but you can hear them back there
giggling.
Like 2 little kids giggling over things.
Like sometimes we'll like narrate you guys, like we'll talk for you guys. Yeah, it's pretty funny sometimes.
I always forget too that we have you put the mic in my blind.
Oh yeah.
Completely forgot.
Did you have?
And they can hear everything we say clear as
They
day.
weren't wearing their headphones today, so they couldn't hear us talking.
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
But we were close enough.
I could hear you.
We could hear you.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, Allison's on the phone.
It's her birthday.
It's her birthday.
Happy birthday,
Hey.
Allison.
Here, get her on the.
Hey, hang on a second. Hang on. This is like Kill Tony type of stuff going on here. Allison, you're on the Behind the Blind podcast. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hey.
What up, Allison?
Hey, so on behalf of all of us here at Heartland Waterfowl, we'd like to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Allison. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
How does it feel to be 25?
It's been a wild day.
How Alex over here said,
Wild
how
Monday.
does it feel to be 25?
Oh, it feels amazing.
Really? What did Deke, your son, do for you on your birthday? Did he make you breakfast or do anything special?
Oh no.
So he's just like his
And
dad.
he tried to offer to blow the leaves out of the yard and do chores. So I mean that was nice.
Is that not something that would be normal for Deke?
I mean Deke normally has to do that, but he doesn't normally offer
To do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting us have your husband on this trip during your birthday. And we hope that you had a wonderful day.
He said he bought you something
Thank you.
super nice.
Will you just
yeah,
come
he
visit
did.
me
He was
later?
actually talking about it.
He went shopping. He went shopping. He's coming home with a really nice gift for you from Canada.
Right.
And it's not another dog.
It's not another dog, is what Q said. All right. I'm going to hand this back over to Champlin, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, there you go. All right. Where are we at here with all Dakota? What is your outlaw moment of the day?
I think my outlaw.
I can't hear him. Is his mic up?
There you are.
There you
Sorry,
go. Okay.
My outlaw moment was before the podcast started. Me and Q had a tiff of a lost item, and both of us were like, "You had it last," and then the other one was like, "No, you had it last." And that's like one of the most enjoyable things for me in life. It might be a toxic trait, but it's
Toxic?
It's one of my most enjoyable
When you're right.
times. Whenever you
Oh, yes.
know, like
He loves
my opinion
proving
could have
anybody
been
wrong.
notified or notarized. I was so like official. Like I know that I'm gonna win this argument. I would've
No,
put
but you
money
had
on
a
it.
slight. You had a slight.
There was a slight little room for error,
Mm-hmm.
but I was so confirmed. And then whenever I was actually right, like that's like a drug. I love that.
Especially with
That's
how
his high.
convicted Q was with
Oh, and
being
it's-
right.
yeah,
He was
it's-
so convicted. And then he walks in the room like, hey, I'm a real man. I own up to it. I'm like, dude, you were proven wrong. What else are you going to do? You have no other
He was
choice.
a good sport.
I
about
could
it.
have said I was.
You could have said it, but you would have looked like a bigger fool because you were proven wrong.
Your guys' answers were different, but they were the same. Your guys' answers for outlaw moment of the day was different, but they're the same.
Either way, it was in
That's
the truck.
them. They're
Yeah,
different,
Two
but the same.
peas in a pod.
That's funny. All right. The Outlaw Moment of the Day brought to you by Outlaw Beer. Check it out. Here it is right here. Again, ask your beer retailer if they have it. If they don't, ask them to get it in that store. It's really good, and it's the official beer of Heartland Waterfowl. Tonight, Scout, we've got 3 more days of hunting here, and I would say that it's a little bit challenging out there on the scouting front, but there are birds around, obviously. My truck, we suck. I mean, we found some stuff, but it's hard to get. I should mention this. I alluded to it in our group text message. I damn near in all of the years doing this got attacked by a dog. Like the teeth were showing, he was growling. I was trying to slowly not make any, gestures that would, inspire him to do something. And he jolted at me. I thought I was going to get bit by the dog.
There's a couple times you stop to get out and ask for permission, and you kind of look at the person in the truck and go, "Well, it was nice knowing you."
In every house you go up here, everybody's got their
Everyone has
a dog,
a farm dog.
farm dog,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or farm cat.
And there's a couple times you get out.
Lots of farm cats.
There's a couple times you get out and they're large dogs and you're a little, I mean, they seem cool, so it's fine. But this was the first time that I've ever got concerned.
What kind of dog was it?
A yellow lab.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought
exactly.
you were going to say like mud or ankle
no.
biter.
Yeah. I didn't expect it,
You just got to assert dominance right when you step out of the truck. Not be scared.
Announce your presence with authority.
So now I'm a beta bitch because I didn't. What?
You said it.
No, he
You said
said
it.
it. I just
No.
defined it.
Oh, okay.
You definitely said it.
Yeah. Anyway, so our scout sucked. We did find a field, but it didn't look like. I think I want to look at it again before we get too serious about it. But you guys found you found a couple different things. We have options for tomorrow.
Yeah. Barley wheat field. I think it's a wheat field. The barley. What was his name? Kurt. Oh, Kurt says that the geese aren't in the barley anymore because the barley's heading out and
Has germinated
It's starting
after
to
the rain.
germinate, and so after the
Oh.
rain, so they're not in that barley anymore. Which I believe it.
They
The
want the
barley
wheat.
tends to get harvested a lot early up here than the wheat, and but anyways, so they were in a wheat field. we went and checked it first, and they were in there pretty good, and then we went and kind of made a lap around, did some other stuff, checked some other spots, and came back, and then we saw a lot of them going back to roost when we were on our way over there. So, but yeah, it's a good field. The hide's kind of different. We're gonna have to assess that and figure it out in the morning. But we got a good spot. There's a lot of birds in the area, and we got a strong wind.
Yeah,
and so if it works out, and we're straight to the south of the roost, if the birds come off to the south, fight the wind.
Crawl into
they
our
gotta
lap.
fight the wind for mile and a half, and we'll be good.
Yeah.
I know you said that we're going to assess the situation once we get there, but the conversation that we have or have been we've been having before coming to do this podcast was the idea of doing the panel blinds in the middle of the field, which is something we typically try to shy away from. We know a lot of people do it. We know a lot of people are successful doing it. It's kind of maybe an old school mentality for us where it's just uncomfortable, or a couple times where we've tried it, it hasn't worked out for us, so we're scared to try it again, or just a little apprehensive is probably a better way of explaining it. But that is one thing that we're taking into consideration.
Yeah. And we're notorious for changing our mind 25 times in the morning, just like I feel like a lot of other people are. But that's the idea, I guess. It's one of those deals where the wheat field's been raked, so it's pretty bare again. So finding enough stubble to stubble our blinds around the edges.
It's the same issue we had today.
Yeah, we're not going to make the same mistake twice, right? So we'd rather try to get away with maybe some panel blinds out in the middle and kind of see what happens versus stick out
because you don't have enough stubble on your layouts. And
you look a little more natural.
Sure.
I feel like.
Sure. Well, and then there's the convenience of it not having to restubble all of those layout blinds that are in pea stubble right now too.
Yeah.
Trying to find just scrapes of barley stubble or wheat stubble. So that is what we could potentially be talking about and seeing in the next episode of the Behind the Blind podcast. Don't forget that we are giving away a prize pack. Check out our brand new online store at heartlandwaterfowl.com. Brand new hats, hoodies, t-shirts, and we're giving you a possibility to win some of that swag by making sure that you like this video, comment on the video, and make sure that you are following Heartland Waterfowl on YouTube and Spotify. So for Logan Burditt, Alex Dicedue, Eric Champlin, I'm Ronnie Philips. We'll be back tomorrow from Saskatchewan with another update of how our things are going here on the Behind the Blind podcast.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving.
And happy birthday, wife.